Hello, brothers and sisters. The title of the message today is Song of Solomon, chapter 13, God's heir, Festivity, and feast number 2. The sun is burning so fierce that it looks white. The white color reflects all other colors. You are as beautiful as the sun. Who is this that appears like the dawn? Fair as the moon, bright as the sun, majestic as the stars in procession. Because of the Lord, she became perfect. Because of the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic. Light shines so far away. Majestic as the army with so many flags and stars in procession. Because of the Lord, she became perfect. Because the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic, illuminates so far away. Majestic like the army with so many flags. The king was talking about the woman who became perfect. Because of the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic. Because of the Lord, illuminating so far away. Majestic like the army with so many flags. When you look at the Lord is just like that man and woman. Lord created us in such a way. When you go out to the world to fight against our enemy, when we get the victory in the world, Lord looks at us in such a way. Lord recreated us and He called us in such a way. When we go out to the world, Lord look at us that way. When we get the victory in the world, Lord looks at us in such a way. I went down to the grove of nut trees to look at the new growth in the valley, to see if the vines had budded or the pomegranates were in bloom. Before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. I went down to the farm in order to harvest fruits. I was checking whether the flowers bloom or buds came out. And I went down to the vineyard. I checked from valley to valley. I checked my lover here and there. She's just like the walnut. When you try to eat the walnut, we have to pick every corner of the walnut because walnut looks like the labyrinth. So I watched my lover in every detail. My desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. The chariot is the army tank. My lover turned to an army tank, a group of military division. It's not just one person, but a whole group of people. Somebody looked like a chariot or army tank. I put the focus of my eyes on the chariot of my precious people. I put the focus of my eyes on the army tank. Lord's beloved one turned to the majestic army tank ready to fight against enemy. It's not just one person, but it's a whole group of people. Those group of people turned to army tank. They all became perfectly one. Before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. The focus of my eyes was fixed on the chariot of my people. Come back, O Shulamite, come back. Come back that we gaze on you. I wish to see you. I wish I could see your victory. I wish I could see your record of war and battle. I wish I could see your glory. When Jesus prayed on Mount Gethsemane, he prayed, Father, let your Son glorify the Father. Receive glory through your Son. Look at the glory of your Son. I want to turn glory to you. Look at the glory of your Son. Father, receive the glory of your Son. Come back, O Shulamite, come back. Come back that we may gaze on you. All people of Israel were supporting and encouraging the chariot that is going out for war, yelling out a cheer, come back with victory. Why would you gaze on Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim? Why do you just send yelling out a cheer? When Jacob left Patan Aram, and just before he crossed the river Jabbok, he saw the dancing of Mahanaim. He saw the army of God was moving and marching. Jacob saw the army of God was moving. It was God's promise of I will stay together with you forever. I will support you. But Jacob could not receive God's message hidden behind. He was afraid of his brother. He was afraid to be killed by his older brother. Jacob just said, the army of God is passing by. That was all. He was afraid of Esau. He divided his people and belongings into various groups, and he himself stayed at the side of the river Jabbok. Therefore, gazing on the Shulamite as on the dance of Manaim, it's no use. Just saying, wow, it's so good. That was all. It was no use. Some people visit Daegu Church and say, wow, the atmosphere of Daegu Church is so wonderful, and go away. It's no use. They're just like Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim. It's not good for themselves. If they do that, it's just like Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim. They should have checked whether Daegu Church is the incomparable church in the world or not. Should I jump into that church or not? Should I invest my whole life or not? They should have checked. But if they just simply say, wow, Daegu Church is a nice place, if they just pass by as if Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim, there won't be any change in their life. One of the men who is supporting the Lord became Lord's people. He became the member of Lord's army. One man was increasing to many people. There was one general mobilized his army. If you look at the U.S. Army, the Smith Special Troop, Camp Henry, the troop was named after the general's name. Old days, General Henry mobilized his army. Korean army is different. Korean army is dispatching from the army headquarters. But in America, one general raised his troops in the cause of justice. If there is a general, soldier naturally followed him. Therefore, they named after the generals such as Camp Henry or Camp Walker. Lord Jesus came to the earth alone, but he was fighting against the world as God's army. This principle would be applied to us also. At first, one man fights against the world, but later we fight against Satan as Lord's army. One man cannot fight against the enemy. Spreading the line of army, one man can start fighting, but later, whole group of army must conquer the land of enemy. It should be the war between the kingdom and kingdom. One nation and other nation must fight the war. Why would you gaze on Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim? There should be the army fighting in front line, and there also should be the army supporting the soldiers at the back for the soldiers who are fighting in the front line. That way we can get the victory. Lord is looking at his mature people who can get the victory. Those scattered bones in the valley of Ezekiel that later became a huge army. This is a personal experience and the experience of many people as a whole. In one man's life, the experience of Ezekiel exists, referring to one man, his own life was scattered bones in the valley of death. But one day, because of the Lord, his position was decided. His address was confirmed, and a house number was reconfirmed. Bones returned to the original position. Flesh and ligaments came back to the right position and right place. The breath of life returned. They would become a huge army. One man's scattered past filled with failure, but they all became the large army and got the strength. We all will get the strength to defeat the world. In the past, we were defeated by enemies, but now everything was turned backwards. We could save our life from enemies' attack, so we can get the victory now. Our army will surely get the victory. If we receive torture by a communist, but somehow we could save our life there and escape, and then we join in the army of allies, we will surely become strong anti-communist army. if he suffered hard and victimized from the world. Because of the world, we were destroyed before, but later every corner of our life, even the fingernail and toenail, experienced the bitter experience of enemy. And later we can counterattack that enemy from tip to toe. We become the army counterattacking enemy. This is the personal experience. At the same time, it becomes the experience of a whole group of people. This man experienced the enemy this way, that man experienced the enemy that way in the world. We found out that is our enemy of enemies. As we collect all of our experiences and we become the strong army fighting against the enemy. Chariot is an attacking weapon that is collective. Army tank is a collective weapon. There are several soldiers in the tank. A soldier who puts explosive, the one who fires the cannon, and the tank driver, and who shoots the machine gun. Several soldiers work together to attack the enemy. Why do you gaze on the dance of Mahonai? Why do you look at the army tank fighting against the enemy? If you just look superficially, it's no use. How beautiful your sandaled feet, O princess daughter. Why does he say princess daughter? There is no one else except the Lord in the whole world. The reason why he said you are princess daughter is because now you are my son. You are born from the precious Father. Your sandaled feet are so beautiful. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news. How beautiful are the feet of those who spread the good news. It is a story of one soldier who brought the news of victory in the war, in the marathon. In modern time, we can send a radio message, but the messenger must bring the news directly in those days. There was a soldier in Greece who brought the good news of victory. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. It's such a great blessing. He ran 42.195 kilometers and he shouted, "We got the victory. The citizens of Athens got the victory. We finally got the victory. We destroyed Persia." His feet were so beautiful, and this phrase was quoted for the people who spread the gospel, to the people who spread the most precious news, to the people who were dying, people who spread the life-saving news, to the people who were dying. There were people who provided a life. How beautiful the feet of those people. In the world, there was no fragrance, but they spread the fragrance. Their feet are so beautiful. Those people who express the Lord, their feet are so beautiful. Wherever they may go, kingdom of God is achieved. God's kingdom get the victory. There is no more beautiful feet exist in the world. But the feet of enemy are so evil. Their feet are dirty and evil because as they approach to us, they trample us and make our village smashed and devastated and dirty. As those enemy entered into our kingdom, everything became messed up. When the enemy infiltrate into our kingdom, the land becomes devastated. Our possessions become devastated. Everything becomes trampled and devastated. When Japanese people and Japanese army came into Korea, they trampled and devastated our country. But those people who spread good news give us the peace and happiness. So their feet are so beautiful. If those people save the life of dead people, their feet are so beautiful. On the contrary, the feet of those people who are exploiting are so vicious. The claw of lion, the claw of tiger, wherever they may go, they seek for the prey. Wherever they may go, there is the fear and terror. If people look at the traces of tiger's feet, people are afraid. Other beasts try to avoid because they are the feet of predators. But the feet of the life-saving being, they are blessed feet. Those people who got lost, the path guide's feet are so wonderful. The feet of the path guide, the feet of peacemaker. the feet of life-giving spirit. They are all blessed feet. Actually, we were born to provide blessing to the world. Adam was born to provide blessing to all creatures. God himself is a blessing for Adam, and likewise, Adam was born to become blessing for all creatures. But as Adam could not give blessing to all creatures, for the creation was subjected to frustration, not by his own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it in hope. Whole creation was being groaning, but if there are feet of blessing, all creation will envy those feet. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of craftsman's hands. The walk with our feet, but the power walking is providing from our thigh. If there is no power in our thigh, no matter how big the feet may be, it's no use. The feet are walking, but the source of power comes from thigh. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of craftsman's hands. Like jewels, ants are powerful bugs. Waist is slim on both sides around. Looks like jewels. It has power. Powerful and strong beings are made that way. Some legs of the table are made that way. It looks like jewel. They look firm if you look at them sideways. It looks more powerful than the straight legs. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of craftsman's hands. In your thigh, a lot of energy is stored so that your legs and feet never get tired. Your neighbor is rounded goblet that never lacks blended wine. Some doctors check people's belly button in order to check people's health. If the neighbor is strong, the person is strong. And if the neighbor is weak, that person's health is weak. It's so strange. Your neighbor is rounded goblet that never lacks blended wine. Whole power of the body is centered in the navel. We move our hands and move our feet, but the real power comes from our inside. Your neighbor is rounded goblet that never lacks blended wine. It is just like a wine glass. It is full of power and health. If you look at the healthy baby's navel, it looks so healthy. If the baby is weak, their navel looks so weak. We cannot feel the power. We cannot force other people to accept the gospel. Some Muslims force other people. Quran or life. This is not the wheat encircled lilies. If you don't accept Quran, you have to be killed. Wheat encircled by lilies, the power must be the tender power inside and powerful inside so that life can come out freely. This becomes the power to save other people. Your breasts are like two fawns, twin of Gezel. In the 7th chapter of Song of Solomon, the king was mentioning about the breast 3 times. The breast means the power of women who can bring up babies. The first breast means the breast of love. Second breast is the breast of mother, not the breast of the virgin, but mother's breast. Your breasts are like fawns, twins of Gezel. Her breasts are so abundant. She has enough milk for the babies in her breast. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Ivory is so soft but strong. It's not vicious like the wartime, but it's so tender outside. But there is power inside. Her neck is like an ivory tower. It is so strong and firm. The reason people make signet with ivory is because it'll never worn out. If the signet worn out every time we use it, the signet would be worn out and twisted. So people make signet with ivory. It's so nice. We cannot make signet with a stone. If you make a signet with stone, it'll be broken. We cannot continue to use it. It must be tender and strong at the same time. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are the pool of Heshbon by the gate of Bath-rabbim. The king said, looking at the eyes of the lady, "Your eyes look like a lake." The king said, "Her eyes are so deep. There seem to be so many secrets hidden in her eyes." In another word, her eyes are so clear and beautiful, like beautiful lake. Because if we look at the lake with deep care, we can look ourselves. The moon is so far away in the sky. Chinese famous poet Tebek Li was watching at the moon in the lake and fell into the water and died. In the deep water, we can see ourselves. Thus, our eyes can see something so deep. In her eyes, there must be something hidden. Her eyes are like the lake that has something in it. Her eyes are not bulging out. Her eyes are not looking at something shallow, looking something very deep. She's looking deep into the lake. She's always searching something deep. Her nose is just like the watchtower of Lebanon, looking toward Damascus. He mentioned about her nose for the first time. People's breathing and smelling is so important. If the nose is handsome, if the nose is not handsome, there is a problem. When God created people, He created nose at the last moment. Monkeys have an ugly nose. Suppose monkey have a handsome nose, it could have become human being. They have ugly nose, so they could not become human being. If the nose is high enough, sure, become beautiful. Nose is just like a horn. If an artist draw human face, he will draw nose first, because it is the center of the face. Her head is just like the mountain Carmel. Mountain Carmel is a cliff on one side, and another side is prairie. If you look at the mountain from the ocean, it is a high cliff. But if you look at the mountain from the prairie, it is connected with vast prairie. The mountain was used for altar. Both people who served the Baal, they made the altar, and those people who worship Jehovah God, they made it as their altar also. That's why there was the war between those people who worship Baal and those people who worship Jehovah God. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.